What screams I'm poor but pretend I'm rich? Big flashy labels or expensive flashy kits? Voting Republican. Fake Louis Vuitton purses. What I've noticed, is that going out to steak houses, but only on the company dime, not on their own. The folks around me that grew up poor but have decent jobs think steak houses are fancy, probably just because steak houses are pricey. Brand-named clothing. Fake chains and excessively flaunting fake luxury items. People who get Starbucks and have to let everyone know about it. When they drive a heavily used luxury car or huge SUV. Especially with expired temp tags. I have an Apple credit card. Me. BMW 335i. A Supreme sticker. Buying a 2004 Mercedes with a 21% interest rate. Apple products. Playing the bassoon or oboe. Broke bitches. Trying to make people think you're rich. The richest people I know are trying to keep it on the DL. Related side question. How much do you need to make a year to be rich? Like, what is the line between middle class and rich in your mind? Brand new truck in front of a barely standing mobile home. Bragging about all the stuff you have. Only people that do that are second generation wealthy who didn't have to work for it, or people faking it. A beat up, older model Mercedes or BMW. BMW E35 rebadged as M3. Lots of dead houseplants. I used to tell my daughter the crazier the nails, the lower the income. Now it is a trend and not really true in quite the same way. Republican Party Trump sympathizers. You mean Putin on the Ritz? Apple Watch. 2 words, jazz hands. Not sure if this counts, but I drove an '04 Infiniti for a while. It was almost 10 years old by the time I got it. Anyway, I found some dude posing in front of it taking a video talking about his brand new whip. Very odd to do in front of a car that hadn't been considered luxury for like 5 years. 14-year-old girls flexing their iPhone 7. Posting anything on social media about doing expensive stuff. Big logos on clothes, jewelry showing off, nails or tattoos with Gucci logo or such, pics with money, weekly pics with any bought product showing off. An ex from high school that I know for sure that is broke is posting herself in designer clothes in the fucking fitting room, doesn't own any of them. Pictures with a bottle of champagne in the club. It's like they specially reserve it for 18-year-old lads who want to spend their week's wages in 1 minute. Bragging about money, really rich people just don't acknowledge the fact they are spending money or don't make a big deal of it, and they won't flaunt it in everyone's face. Driving a 15-year-old Mercedes or similar luxury car. It also helps keep you poor, as maintenance costs are outrageous. Referring to your currency as dollar when you don't live in a country that uses dollars. Wearing jewelry with dollar signs. Somewhat unrelated but kind of relevant also. When I was growing up, one thing my dad always taught me was to never talk about or try to show off your money for the following reason. The people with less money than you will be envious and prey on your downfall. The people with more money than you will simply know they have more money and be unimpressed. It's a lose-lose situation. Overpowering smell of perfume or aftershave. Self-burn incoming. I got my first paycheck when I was 18 and the first thing I bought was a $200 genuine leather jacket. I worked at Macy's for minimum wage, I didn't deserve that jacket, and I used to feel self-conscious when I wore it because it didn't make sense for me, a kid who was never rich growing up, and who makes minimum wage, to own a $200 jacket. I've grown into it now, but still felt a little too rich for me. Wearing name brand clothes, Gucci, LV, Balenciaga, and taking a picture in these while your naked mattress is on the floor in the background. YouTubers with a minimalist lifestyle. Zoidberg. Fake designer belts, bought them myself, not proud of that phase. I run my own business and I have an amazing opportunity for you. Telling people they are poor for having an Android when they themselves have a generation or two old iPhone. Living in a piss-smelling apartment but have the latest handbag for some reason. Voting Tory. Ultra-branded clothing and all new clothes. I'd also say big bulky jewelry. People think wearing expensive brands and huge shows of bling indicates wealth, but it really doesn't. The rich don't have to try. If you took a survey of people, those with all super dry clothes, new Nikes and gold are not the ballers they'd like you to think. T-shirts with Gucci logo on them. Posing with a car that your parents bought. My unnecessarily expensive boombox. People who live in trailer parks but have Chargers and Mustangs. Voting for Republicans. Credit card debt. I'm looking at myself here. Putting my daughter through private school. Hee. iPhone users. Being conservative/Republican. A shitty car with expensive rims or stereo. Dressed nice, bad teeth. Fake nails. Can't believe I haven't seen this yet. Nice stuff with no food. Flexing prop money. Weed ads on her Snapchat. Bragging about the bag but asking for my Netflix password. Voting conservative. Monogram Louis Vuitton. Flexing your friend's Lamborghini. Flexing AirPods. Carbon fiber decal stickers on an early 2000s 3 Series BMW. My dad used to be an insurance agent and he worked in areas that were poor and 4 or 5 families would pitch together and buy one brand new car, usually a Caddy. Going through the really poor housing and noticing the new cars in the driveway like brand new Cadillacs, Mercedes and BMWs. Trendy clothing and bad teeth. Shithouse but very expensive car. Lottery tickets. Not licking the lids of yogurt before throwing it away. Posting money on the internet. If you had it, you wouldn't need to prove it with physical proof. A 2008 Ford Mustang. Fraud charges. Talking about your money. Liberals. When they don't know the term, there is a difference in looking rich and being rich. Becoming the 45th president of the US. Name brand everything. Running a very expensive presidential campaign but begging for others to pay for it even though you have no intention of using it for the stated purpose. Incidentally, poor is a relative term when you have had a privileged upbringing and never had to deal with your mistakes. Trying to justify microtransactions in pay-to-play games with you're only against them because you can't afford them. If your monetary horizon grasps $100 as can or can't afford, you're definitely not as well off as you pretend to be. Polish government. Adidas and Supreme shirts. I've found that most people that own a nice car or bike don't pose in front of it. Charcuterie boards. I am not poor but I'm certainly not rich. But damn if I don't feel rich when I eat meat and cheese on a slab of hickory. Talking about how much money you have. Driving a BMW 3 Series. We know you're leasing. Gucci sunglasses. Buying an expensive phone, but can't buy a power brick for it. Bragging about your money and how you can make others rich if they give you a little of theirs to prove they're serious. Flexing a rented luxury car. I disagree with you completely, maybe if they are buying it for the brand, but from an enthusiast's perspective there are many older luxury cars that I would like more than a newer one, like an E36 M3 or an E31 8 Series for example. Bragging about money all the time. Really rich people don't brag all the time, BC they know that you can tell by their clothes, cars, and the way they talk or act. Shilling online coaching on how to get rich. Usually business/trading/crypto stuff if you're a man and MLM/manifestation stuff if you're a woman. Not that there aren't people who get rich, through selling courses, not through the methods they're teaching, but the market is oversaturated. Diantword. Putting your name in gold letters on hotels you own. When you wear AirPods as a fashion accessory. With